All right, guys, it hasn't been all that busy, so I got a call by a new customer close by to my shop. He said he had a tub stoppage, so I took a trip down there, take a look, see what's going on, and I ran across an old-fashioned bathtub buried into the tile floor. I haven't run across these in quite a long time. Originally, they were equipped with 1 3/8 waste and overflows. And in this case, a few years ago, he had somebody come by and replace it, and they tried to put a trip lever waste in, an 1.5 inch trip lever waste in. And I don't think the guy realized it, but in addition to the clogged pipe, the plunger for the trip waste was stuck inside of the T. So before I could do anything, I had to get that plunger out before I could send a snake down. Then when I went down the basement to see what condition the waistline was in, well, you'll see in this little screencast coming up, it was in terrible condition. I advised him to replace it because once I put the snake in there, I may make it worse, but fortunately I didn't. But I still felt he should replace it. He opted out. He was a senior citizen, was concerned about the price. So take a look at this, see what you think. I haven't run across one of these in quite a long time, but got the job done, got the water going down, customer was happy, and yeah, so check it out. So anyway, this job was right around the corner from the shop. I got a call for a tub stoppage. When I arrived, I realized that the plunger was stuck inside of the overflow, inside the T there. So I couldn't put a snake in there to clear it. So I had to dismantle the overflow in order to dislodge the plunger. Now I tried my best by yanking onto the linkage and pulling back on it, but it just wouldn't work. So I had to cut the linkage off. I ended up putting a screwdriver inside the T and kind of twisting and turning also with a cold chisel. And it did come loose, and I was able to yank back, and I actually dislodged it from the T. And there's the plunger there. It was just stuck in there for God knows how long. I don't even think he realized it was in there. But now I was able to introduce the snake in through the overflow once I reinstalled it. Here's a shot of the linkage. They had a trip waste plate up at the top, which was doing nothing. But I wanted to go downstairs and check out the condition of the waistline because this is a really old house. And previously, he had somebody come in and replace the trap and that waste and overflow upstairs. I did not do this, but take a look at this waistline. This waistline had signs of cancer, if you will, for lack of a better word. And I advised him that he should maybe change this sooner than later because once I put the snake in, I'm probably going to disturb things. And surprisingly enough, I did snake it and it didn't get any worse, but I still told him I think would be in your best interest to change this. You can see it's already been taped up by other people. That wasn't me. That's just the way it was. And I'll give you a shot down at the bottom of the floor. And there's where it enters, the cement. And, I don't know what kind of shape the pipe is in. I would suspect it's just like paper thin. But here's another close-up of that. At this time, he didn't want to do it. He's a senior citizen. I can't afford to make the repairs. Okay, so now it's time to go upstairs and get my trusty General Handy Electric. I've been using this machine for as long as I can remember. And, this is my staple machine for tub, lavatory stoppages, etc. Anyway, I started to put the snake in, and it went through the trap pretty easily, that 2-inch PVC trap, but I did have trouble. It was a lot of reversing, a lot of forward. After it passed the trap, it was having trouble finding its way down. It eventually did. At one point, I thought I was going to have to drill that stack downstairs, but I didn't have to. So it's time to put a new chip waste plate over there, and I told him this is just going to be basically a decoration. It's not going to be functional because I yanked the linkage out. And now I put that overflow back, and as you can see here on the right side, I got some light shining through, so when it's not flush up against the back of the tub, my go-to solution is to use plumber's putty, and I will actually hold that up against the tub, and I will with my fingers squeeze it in, squeeze it in, squeeze it in until I actually see it coming out the front of the tub. And you'll see here, if you can look down there on the left and on the right, you can see where it started to squeeze in. Once I put the plate on and bear those screws down, that pulls in. It becomes watertight, and then you can go around the back and trim the excess off. And as I always do on stems and everything else, I have to screw back in. I'll use my Slick and Slide waterproof silicone lube to make sure that those screws will come out at some point in the future. And you'll see here the new faceplate, which is a Wolverine faceplate. Again, I told him it's not functional. It's strictly there to hold the overflow against the tub. And got that water running. He was happy. And like I said, I advised him to change that line downstairs. He just didn't want to do it at this time, but he was quite happy. He was able to take a shower again. So what do you think, guys? I mean, you have this type of situation in the area you're located in. I mean, we have tons of these tubs. This is kind of like an old-fashioned tub that used to be on legs. In this case, they just sat the tub down on top of the beams and then they tile the floor around it. As you can see, the shoe for the bathtub is under the ground. So, like, I was concerned that by trying to yank that plunger out, I was going to disturb that. But again, that was replaced some time ago. As you can see downstairs, he put a 2-inch, that's a 2-inch trap you're looking at in the ceiling. Now, typically I would use an 1.5-inch trap. I don't know what they did under the floor, but I was quite happy that once I got that snake in there, I didn't create more of a leak. Again, I wanted to replace that waistline from the ceiling down to the floor downstairs, but the customer couldn't afford it. So, yeah, got it going. He was happy, and, everybody was satisfied with the way it turned out, and he can take a shower again, and all is well. So, guys, listen, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate a subscription, a bell notification, and most importantly, a like. Because if you don't like these videos, YouTube will show them to nobody. I appreciate you guys stopping by. It's an honor. I know you have choices when watching plumbing videos, and the fact that you're here, I want to say thank you. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Stay well, and as always, guys, happy plumbing.